As the lovely Maddie gets us ready for round one.
All right, tail of the tape for this 140-pound catchweight fight. We got Phil LoCigno, 31 years old, Nick Eldridge at 30. 5'8" for LoCigno, 5'6" for Nick Eldridge. They are both 139 pounds. Phil LoCigno has the short reach advantage at 68 inches. On to Andy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is brought to you by Landman, starring Billy Bob Thornton, on season 1 on Blu-ray today. And now, for a professional catchweight fight scheduled for 3 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, in the red corner, holding an undefeated professional mixed martial arts record of 3-0. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 139 pounds. From New Durham, New Hampshire, he's representing Nostos. Make some noise for Nick Eldridge. And now, introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner, also undefeated as a professional with a record of 3-0. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 139 pounds. From Boston, Massachusetts, he's representing Broadway Jiu-Jitsu and Sit Your Tongue. Let's hear it for Phil Bambino LoCigno. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this matchup is Tommy Santana.
All right, here we go. 3-0 for both fighters. Expect some fireworks with this one.
Yeah, undefeated prospects, camo trunks for Nick Eldridge, black trunks for Phil LoCigno with the Godfather trim. Gotta love the
city boy versus country boy. Let's get it done.
as good and real as it gets. They touch him up. A lot of respect between these undefeated foes.
It'll be interesting to see who shoots for the first takedown. That's gonna give us a lot of answers.
Both of these guys bouncing around early.
Phil switching stances. Oh, he's swung early.
Well, there's the shot.
Nice strong shot.
He's got the body lock here.
He's hooking the leg.
Very opportunistic shot off the scramble with the turnaround off of the big punches thrown by both of them. Bambino with the back take up against the fence here.
Good control so far.
I'd like to keep his elbows in. He's gonna try. Yeah, he's gonna pepper him up a little bit there.
Well, there's this ugly clinch game we were talking about as an advantage for Phil LoCigno, implementing it here early.
Right, making it uncomfortable for Eldridge early here. He's trying to switch to a single.
Eldridge have a Kimura bit? I think he does.
Eldridge is trying to bite on the Kimura here. He's doing the right thing.
Use it for an escape. And that's the clinch we were talking about. You saw Phil go for that tie plumb for a second.
You gotta watch out. He's got a heavy hit. Oh, big one from Bambino there.
Punch.
Another one.
Right back to the inside.
I'd like to see Phil follow up with another punch on that. I think he can land. If he gets the 2-3, he could probably land that second shot.
Yeah, it was bad intentions on that overhand right, and he finds himself on a single leg attempt against, double underhooks there. But Eldridge.
Oh, he might have his back. He's got to be careful here.
Not quite.
He's able to hold that top position. It was close. Looks like he's going to settle in. He's in half guard.
And he's got him against the cage. He can posture up here. He doesn't have anything locked. This is a half guard-ish position. You're barely in a guard. You can posture up and start smashing from here.
You can let that left hand go.
Absolutely start smashing it from here. Nick's got to work his way up. He's got to get a foot on a hip and start wall walking, using the back to kind of climb up. He's got to get that bottom hook out from under Phil's legs and get that hip to the cage in order to get up. But sitting here against the cage is not recommended. It's a long 3 minutes.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be.
No.
The cage can be a big ally, or it can really work against you. Now, in this position, if he can just scoot back a little bit and start to wall walk up a little, but Phil's doing a great job. He's using that head pressure. He's staying heavy on him, and he's starting to try to deliver some ground pound here.
Phil's trying to drive his head position in. If he did just stand up like he is right now, if he just put his back straight, he just lands some bombs, right?
And we've seen him do it.
We have.
You know, he has
a lot of that is the confidence in not losing the position, I think. Sometimes people get caught up in, I don't want to lose where I am so much as damage, so they choose the smaller strikes instead of the big hulking ones.
Because he knows he's winning in this position.
Exactly.
Not losing position, chipping away, tagging the body, chipping away with face shots.
Which is an intelligent plan.
especially in the first round.
Yeah.
Right? When the guy's still strong.
Oh, Nick Eldridge going up for a triangle. Bambino sees it.
Yep.
Good job from Phil
Gotta
there.
Get that leg over. Yep. Good position.
Yeah,
here.
good scram. Oh,
right
nice transition. Back. Oh, way to get up from Eldridge. And he goes on a leg. He gets a takedown. And he goes right up for the leg grind. His hips are above Phil's knee line. He has to get his knees out in order to be able to wall walk here.
Yeah, Eldridge with a great reversal.
Yep. He's got to work those legs out, especially that bottom leg. He can't give up his back. He's got to be careful, especially giving up that hip close to the cage.
And
right
capitalizing on it is Eldridge. He's flattening Bambino out against the cage.
He's got both hooks
Phil's
in
just got to stand up. He's got to be careful.
He's got to stay fighting the hands as he stands up.
He's trying to buck him.
He's got to be careful because his neck's going to get grabbed. He might have his neck.
And there it is. Nick Eldridge with a standing rear naked choke, remaining undefeated at 4-0. Phil Bambino LoCigno with the big takedown, but the reversal from Eldridge was able to slip the hooks in, and as Bambino was trying to buck him off the top, sunk deeper into the choke and forced the tap in the first round, undefeated at 4-0. Nick Eldridge, welcome to Cage Titans.
Reversal. That was a great move. Great work. Great work.
He stayed on his back. You know, as Phil was getting up, he kind of put himself in that position. He had the opportunity to fight the hands, but by the time the arm got under the chin, it was too late. It was in tight.
Another first-round finish at the professional ranks. Here's the replay of the finish. Nostos 2-0 tonight.
Both hooks in. He's tagging him with
right
some
up,
shots.
Right as soon as he came up, there it was. He set him up with a few shots to the back of the head a little bit. There it was.
You know, every fighter has to face this at some point in their career. This is his first loss. He's going to learn some lessons here. Great fight for Nick Eldridge. And hats off to Phil and Nick for taking this type of fight.
Yep.
You see a lot of guys when they're 3-0, they're fighting, you know, what you'd consider a tomato can, a guy with like a 2-10 record or something, just to continue to build.
And Phil was very much in control of that whole fight up until that moment. You know?
One bad decision.
Referee Tommy Santana has called a stop to this fight at 3 minutes, 37 seconds of round number 1. Giving you your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Nick Eldridge.
He was landing some big strikes, but once Nick had the opportunity, he jumped on it.
He did. He waited it out, too. He waited for him to climb. He hit him on the back of the head as he came up to expose the neck, and as soon as he saw it, he snatched it.
And Phil scrambled. He gave his back to try to stand back to his feet, which you see a lot of guys do, but he just put himself in a bad position for a moment, and Nick Eldridge took complete advantage of that.
Yep. What a great win for another good win from Nostos MMA. Phil should keep his head high. He did a great job there. He just got caught, and sometimes you just get caught. You know?
That's it. Everything looked good until that point, and he'll be back. Every fighter has to face this.
Nick Eldridge. My friend, you guys are both undefeated coming into this fight. Oftentimes, people coming up with undefeated records aren't willing to take a risk like fighting another undefeated fighter. What's your mindset, and how does it feel to do what you just did?
First of all, it feels awesome. Phil's a great competitor. I was really happy that he took the fight. Took balls to take that fight on 9 days' notice when he was planning on fighting a debuter, so props to him. Yeah, I like to challenge myself, just like everybody at my gym. Yeah, I like tough fights, and I'll continue to take them.
With a team like Nostos behind you, what do you see for your future?
Sky's the limit, man. Just got to keep showing up, doing what Devin Powell tells me, and see the results so far. It's worked out, so I'm going to continue to listen to him and just learning as much as I can from him and all the other great coaches we got at Nostos.
That's a great attitude, my friend. You're in good hands, and I think we all look forward to seeing you in this cage again soon. Your winner, Nick Eldridge.